Hey y'all, so it's day 23. I'm sitting here folding my daughter's laundry right now. I just saw a video, it just popped up on my feed, so I decided to watch it. It was this woman talking about how God showed up and showed out during her 40-day fast. It was so amazing. Like, her testimony was so amazing. I understand that when you fast and when you surrender to God in general, you get out of his way so that he can do what he's trying to do or that he's been wanting to do. And I have been feeling for the past couple of days that maybe I should extend my fast past 30 days so that I can experience more of him. I have been putting off this fast for a while, and partially it was because of me being a mom. I thought it just would be difficult to be doing this stay-at-home mom, full-time mom thing and be able to fully connect to him like I wanted to, and really feel like I'm struggling with trying to get out what I'm trying to say right now. But I felt like it would just hold me back in a way of really going all in. So it was just making me not want to do it at all, which kind of sounds kind of silly now that I'm saying it out loud. But it actually has ended up that way. You know, when you're a parent, especially when you're doing it by yourself, you just get pulled in so many different directions. And then one of my children is neurodiverse. So that makes parenting even more challenging, and it requires more time, energy, and attention from me. And overall, I can get overstimulated and pretty exhausted. So I still put in my time with God, but it's not going like how I was hoping it would go. And I'm feeling bad for that, and I'm feeling like I should extend the fast. I also still have thoughts about food. I realized the other day, because it's been so nice, y'all. Can y'all see that outside? Well, you can't really see, but it's really nice outside. And today is Tuesday, and it's been like this outside since Friday, which is amazing for us at this time of year in Washington. Well, in this part anyway. I don't know about any other part of Washington. But I realized when I was out, because I've been out every day, like doing stuff over the weekend with the kids or doing stuff like running errands, that being out there on such a beautiful day with beautiful weather makes me want to eat. Going out to eat is one of my hobbies, and it has been for a long time. And I think it's just because, you know, to have a meal cooked for you and then to go sit in the ambiance of a restaurant, you're usually with friends or somebody that you love or care about. And growing up, we didn't go out to eat other than Go to Corral. Go to Corral was the only place that us as children and teenagers honestly were allowed to go. I did not step foot into a restaurant other than Golden Corral or Shoney's, and we only went to Shoney's when we went on vacation until, gosh, I really think I was 19. I really think I was like 19 by the time I tried another restaurant, and that was Waffle House, y'all. And you know, when it's a nice day and the weather feels great, you kind of, I don't know, just like to grab something. If it's a ice cream or a fry, or you're at the mall and you want to sit and eat in there. I believe that was God showing me that to let me know that there is so much more to life and the beauty of this world that he created in the food around me. I've realized how much junk is around. I can't even go to a regular store, like go like shopping like at a Burlington or something without junk being up at the front counter. You know what I mean? It's so much stuff everywhere. I found myself like having to stop myself from looking at restaurants. Like if I'm around town and I see a restaurant I never noticed before, I'm like, oh, what kind of food do they have? Picking up my phone and I was just like, gotta be stopped, like chill. You know, you're supposed to be starving your flesh. And you know, for all of the times that I've thought about food, I guess I just kind of felt kind of guilty, because I know that when I run into situations like that, I need to be praying. Every time I need to be praying. That's what fighting your flesh is. And my mind just be getting away to situations like in the future. When I get excited about my current situation, I get even more excited about the future. And I don't know, my mind has trailed so many times. and I feel bad for that. I say this to say that I think it might just be me though. I think it might just be me. I have a history of beating myself up a lot when it comes to being successful at something or doing well. I kind of let go of the spirit of perfectionism in my early years of college, because I realized how detrimental it was to my well-being, and I just had to come to the fact that I wasn't always going to get everything right. But even though I don't struggle with perfectionism, I still like to do things to the best of my ability when I'm serious about it. And I'm serious about this. But God told me yesterday, he revealed to me yesterday that, yeah, there were things that you were hoping for and praying for out of this fast. But at the end of the day, you needed to do this fast because I told you to do this fast. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. And I sat here and watched this video of this woman telling her beautiful testimony, and I started feeling it again, because she did a 40-day fast. I started feeling like, oh, now I need to go 10 extra days. I gotta go to 10 extra days. I gotta make up. But I'm really sitting here, and I really feel my spirit telling me that that's some part of me that's chasing something based on other people's situations. Like, my situation is not their situation. Somebody can go into a fast praying for a car, praying for a home, or praying for a spouse, but that's not why I went into this fast. The number one reason I went into this fast is because he told me to. Like, I felt the pull. I knew I had to. He been telling me to. Like, yeah, there were things that I came into this fast wanting and praying for, you know, like a healing in my body, a detoxification of negative emotions, clarity in the things that I'm supposed to be doing to carry out his will in my life. We all fast for different reasons. Anything else that moves or comes from this fast is because he wanted that for me, and he wanted that for me at this time. Just because God is able to move when we surrender doesn't mean he's going to move when we still want him to move. He's still going to move and do things when they are timely for him, and that's what I'm really seeing. We shouldn't go into a fast expecting to come out having everything that we thought we would get when we went into it. And honestly, God has given me so much wisdom. He's revealed so many things to me, about my life, about what I've been doing, about why I keep getting to a place where I feel like I'm walking around in circles. I mean, he has given me so much clarity and answered so many of my questions. Things have been revealed to me that I wasn't even thinking about. I be having a hard time with my daughter sometimes, especially because, you know, her dad be deploying. So when her behavior be getting out of control, I don't even be knowing how to handle it, because it's like, is she acting this way because there's an emotional disconnect that she's feeling right now because she misses her dad? Or is she behaving this way just because she's being impulsive because of her ADHD? Or is she just acting out because she just want to do what she want to do? I don't know. So because I don't know how to discipline her. And even if I'm supposed to, and if I'm supposed to, I don't even know how, because she be doing stuff that I've never experienced before, that we didn't do when we were little kids. And I already know what would have happened to me and my brothers and my little sister. Like, we would have got beaten. You know, so it's just be a lot. And it's just been so many situations where I can just hear the Holy Spirit so loud, so strong, telling me to relax. Like, even if it's not revealed to me in that moment what I need to do or what I need to say, it's still being communicated to me what I don't need to do and I don't need to say. I don't know. I really think it's a guilty part of me that's wanting to make up for something. And we don't have to make up for God. We don't have to make up for God like men make up. If we feel like we've done wrong, a person will drag us through the mud until they feel like we're worthy enough for us to get approval. God is not like that, because he knows us and he sees our heart. And he shows us these things about ourselves during our fast. And I'm learning more and more. The more time that has passed with this fast, the more I just realize that all that extra stuff on the outside don't even matter. I just want to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to continue to learn and gain wisdom. I want to enjoy my life. And this fast has helped me do that. Even when I do get outside of myself and I start thinking about something that I need to do 2 weeks from now, I realize that I'm doing it and I can say, hold up, Gabby. We not going there right now. Focus on today. Focus on right now. When I start to waste time doing something, I can see when I start wasting time. I see so much beauty in my day. I'm not angry about things before I felt like I was missing out on. I have everything I need. I've just become so much more grateful. We literally cannot base our own fasting experience on somebody else's or even compare. God knows our every need. He knows our heart's desires, and that's going to be 100% different than your neighbor or some stranger on the internet or across the street. And just because you didn't get something out of your fast that you thought you would, it also doesn't exclude you getting it. It may just not be when you want it. Fasting is about obedience, it's about cleansing, it's about fighting your flesh. The blessings are God's grace. God can give you all that stuff any other time. God is so good. God is so good. I only been eating fruit for 23 days. In the beginning, I did eat vegetables, but I was forcing it, so I just stopped. But yeah, it's not like I haven't been seeing God move. It's not like I haven't been hearing him. I have. God's been showing me signs. He's been showing me signs. People have been talking to me different. People have been treating me different. It's insane how people have been treating me for the past 2 weeks. Like, so I've never experienced anything like this. God comes through. He will humble your heart if you ask him for help. He will help you because Lord knows he's been helping me. And I'm so grateful for that. And this is an experience that you can't go into with too many expectations. You can go in with some prayers and some expectations, but not too many. Because that's when you start missing the whole point of the fast in the first place. Child, let me finish this laundry, child. I got another load in the dryer. So that's it. Till next time, y'all. Peace. Hey, y'all. So it's the same day. I really hope y'all can hear me. I know my fan is kind of noisy, but God is so good. So you know what I was talking about earlier about how I was feeling like kind of guilty and like I should extend my fast. So my son tonight was bugging out. He was bugging out, like going crazy, like screaming, hollering, like he was making himself yell and holler so hard that he was making himself cough. He was making himself cough. Like, and I found out, like, eventually after evaluating the situation that he wanted a cracker. So I'm like, you doing all this for a cracker? You know? And I handled that situation so well. And I'm telling you, this went on for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes this went on. If he stopped, he would only stop for like 2 minutes, and then he would go back at it again. And I was getting kind of irritated, of course, but I was like, you know what? I stayed pretty mild. I didn't really say or do too much. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't tell him to hush, nothing like that. I just let him cry it out. Then when I found out that he wanted a cracker, I basically talked him through it. You know, if you want this cracker, that's not how you act. You're gonna have to calm down. You're gonna have to stop all that screaming. And he stopped. Like, he actually stopped. And then I was asking him, do you want a cracker? And he said, I'm trying to teach him how to say yes. So then I give him a cracker. He was all right for a while, but after that, after he already had 5 little club crackers, I felt like that was enough. And he started screaming again. I let him cry it out, and eventually he calmed down. So after that whole situation was over, because I had tried to take him to the room, to take him to another area to calm him down, it didn't last. It didn't work. I tried to give him a hug. He didn't want to hug me. He was throwing himself into the couch. I mean, he was wilding out. And in that moment of him acting like that, like, even though it was kind of irritating, the irritation just kind of withered away, and it was just like, okay, this is the situation right now. Thinking about it afterwards, I was like, wow, this is God really showing me and reminding me what it is that I'm to be working on while doing this fast. I think I saw other people getting other things that seemed big, you know, and I thought, oh, maybe something miraculous is supposed to be happening to me during this fast. And honestly, like I said earlier, we can't compare. We shouldn't. I probably shouldn't have even watched that. But I just realized tonight that what's happening to me is miraculous. I got raised around yelling and beatings and all that stuff. So though that's all I've known, I refuse to raise my children the same way, even though I don't know what to do. But God is leading me some way, somehow. I don't even know. It had to be the Spirit of God that got me through all of that hollering and screaming like that over a cracker. And he calmed down. I don't know. I just know God was in me, is in me, and helped me maneuver that situation like a healthy, loving mother. Like a healthy, loving mother. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be, and I know I cannot be that without God. With the situation that I'm in, you know, basically being all the way out here with no family, no real support system, and constantly in this situation where I'm a single mom basically for half of the year, being raised how I was and having a toddler and a neurodivergent child, it gets really tough. But I just know I want to be the best I can for them, despite how hard it is for me. And that was just such a huge reminder that it's about what's inside, and it's about what he knows I need. What he knows I need in the timing. And I ended up telling myself afterwards, you know what, I'm just going to stay off YouTube for the rest of my fast. Like, I don't be on YouTube like that, like viewing videos. Anyway, I haven't been for the past couple of weeks just because, I don't know, I just haven't seen anything that would help me grow or stretch me spiritually. So if it didn't do anything to touch the spirit, I just wasn't really trying to get into it. But I have just been feeling this, having this desire to hear a teaching, you know, like a real teaching. And so I had prayed to God that he would lead me to a pastor that I could listen to so I can get some teachings, you know. And so tonight there is this preacher. His name is Tony. Let me see. I forget that man's last name. Evans? Is it Evans? Yes. And he's a really big preacher too, honestly. I don't know, I've never heard of him. But I typed in sermon in the search bar, and this preacher Tony Evans popped up. It was the first video, and I was like, I actually saw this man on my timeline earlier today, and I don't know why I didn't click it, but that just confirmed to me, like, okay, this is the guy that I need to be listening to. So I went to go listen to him, y'all. Tell me why. I had to write it down. This man was talking about how when you go through things and you don't pray, that God knows what you need, even though you're not praying, but he wants you to talk to him. And he said God's perspective is, I know what you need. I just want to know, do you want me or just the meeting of the need? That hit so hard. That hit so hard what I was just talking about today, y'all. Let that sit with you, for real. The fast ain't about the need. He gonna give you what you need. But are you gonna do it because you want him and you want to be close to him? If you got nothing else out of your fast except but to experience him and be with him and get to know him, would you be content with that? That message was so timely. God is so good.